Shadows of the Forgotten. In the quaint village of Eldergrove, nestled between misty mountains and dense forests, tales of the shadows of the forgotten echoed through the generations. The villagers spoke of a time when shadows roamed freely, whispering secrets and carrying the memories of those long gone. But as the years passed, the shadows faded, leaving only remnants of their existence. 15-year-old Elara had always been captivated by these stories. She often wandered the outskirts of the village, searching for traces of the forgotten shadows. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, she stumbled upon an ancient stone archway covered in vines. Intrigued, she stepped through it, feeling a strange pull toward the unknown. As Elara crossed the threshold, she found herself in a hidden realm bathed in twilight. The air was thick with magic, and the shadows danced around her, whispering secrets in a language she could almost understand. "Welcome, seeker of truth," a voice echoed from the darkness. Elara turned to see a figure emerging from the shadows, a tall, ethereal being with eyes that glowed like stars. "I am Kael, the Keeper of Shadows," the figure said, bowing slightly. "You have entered the realm of the forgotten, where lost memories and shadows reside. We need your help to restore balance to our world." Kael explained that a powerful artifact known as the Shadowstone had been stolen by a dark entity known as the Wraith. The Shadowstone maintained the balance between light and dark, and without it, the shadows would fade forever. "You must help us retrieve the Shadowstone," Kael urged. "Only someone with a pure heart can confront the Wraith and restore harmony." Elara felt a surge of determination. "I'll help you," she declared, her resolve strengthening. "But how do I find the Wraith?" Kael handed her a shimmering map that glowed with a faint light, revealing the path to the Wraith's lair deep within the Forest of Whispers. As Elara entered the Forest of Whispers, the atmosphere shifted. The trees towered above her, their branches intertwining like fingers reaching for the sky. The air was thick with magic, and the whispers of the shadows guided her deeper into the woods. "Stay alert," Kael cautioned. "The Wraith is cunning and will not give up the Shadowstone easily." Elara pressed on, her heart pounding with anticipation. Suddenly, she heard a rustling sound nearby. "What was that?" she whispered, her instincts on high alert. From the shadows emerged a creature with glowing eyes and sharp claws, a guardian of the forest. "Who dares to enter my domain?" it growled, blocking her path. "I mean no harm," Elara replied, raising her hands in a gesture of peace. "I'm on a quest to retrieve the Shadowstone from the Wraith." The guardian narrowed its eyes, assessing her sincerity. "To pass, you must prove your worth. Answer my riddle. I can be cracked, made, told, and played. What am I?" Elara thought for a moment, recalling the riddles she had heard in her childhood. "A joke!" she exclaimed. The guardian stepped aside, a hint of a smile on its face. "You are clever, young seeker. You may proceed." With a grateful nod, Elara continued her journey, feeling a sense of accomplishment. After navigating through the forest, Elara finally arrived at the Wraith's lair, a dark cave shrouded in shadows. The entrance loomed ominously, and she could feel the weight of the darkness within. Taking a deep breath, she stepped inside, her heart racing with both fear and determination. Inside the cave, the air was thick with tension. Elara could hear the faint sound of laughter echoing through the darkness. "Welcome, little girl," a voice taunted. "I've been expecting you." From the shadows emerged the Wraith, a tall figure cloaked in darkness, with eyes that glowed like embers. "You think you can take the Shadowstone from me?" "I'm here to restore balance," Elara replied, standing her ground. "The Shadowstone belongs to the realm, and I won't let you keep it." The Wraith chuckled, a sound that sent chills down Elara's spine. "You're brave. I'll give you that. But bravery alone won't save you. Let's see if you can outsmart me." With a wave of his hand, the Wraith conjured shadows that twisted and turned, forming illusions that danced around Elara. Solve my riddle, and I may consider returning the Shadowstone. Fail, and you'll be lost in the shadows forever. The Wraith's voice echoed ominously as he posed his riddle. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? Elara's mind raced as she tried to decipher the riddle. The shadows swirled around her, whispering doubts and fears, but she focused on the words. Suddenly, it clicked. An echo! She shouted, her voice ringing with confidence. The shadows paused, and the Wraith's expression shifted from amusement to surprise. Correct, he admitted grudgingly, but that was just a warm-up. Let's see how you handle a real challenge. The Wraith snapped his fingers, and the cave transformed into a vast arena filled with swirling shadows. Face your fears, Elara. Only then will you prove yourself worthy. From the darkness emerged figures from her past, moments of doubt, failure, and fear. They surrounded her, taunting her with memories that made her heart race. Elara took a deep breath, recalling the whispers of the shadows that had guided her. I am not defined by my fears, she declared, standing tall. I will face them and rise above. With each step forward, the figures began to fade, and the shadows retreated, acknowledging her strength. Impressed, the Wraith stepped back, his demeanor shifting. You have shown great courage, Elara. Perhaps you are more than just a girl from the village. He gestured toward a pedestal in the center of the arena, where the Shadowstone pulsed with a soft, ethereal glow. Take it, if you dare. Elara approached the Shadowstone, feeling its energy resonate with her own. As she reached out to grasp it, the Wraith's voice echoed in her mind. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use it wisely. With the Shadowstone in her hands, Elara felt a surge of power coursing through her. She could feel the balance of light and dark shifting, and she understood the weight of her choice. I won't let this power corrupt me, she vowed. I will use it to protect both realms. The Wraith regarded her with a mixture of respect and caution. Very well, Elara. You have proven yourself, but know that darkness will always seek to reclaim what is lost. With a wave of his hand, the shadows around them began to dissipate, revealing the path back to the realm of the forgotten. As Elara stepped through the archway, she felt the warmth of the sun on her face. Kael and the other shadows awaited her, their eyes filled with gratitude. You have done it, brave seeker, one of them said. You have restored the Shadowstone and brought balance back to our world. Elara smiled, feeling a sense of fulfillment. I couldn't have done it without your guidance. Together, we can ensure that shadows never fade again. With the Shadowstone safely returned, Elara became a guardian of both realms, bridging the gap between light and dark. She continued to explore the hidden corners of Eldergrove, sharing her adventures with others and inspiring them to embrace their own journeys. The shadows whispered her name, not in fear, but in celebration of the brave heart that had restored harmony. The moral of Shadows of the Forgotten is that true courage lies in facing one's fears and understanding the balance between light and dark. By embracing our inner strength and working together, we can overcome challenges and protect the harmony of our world. What does the Shadowstone symbolize in the context of balance? How does Elara's journey reflect the importance of courage in our own lives? In what ways do the shadows represent guidance and support? How can we learn to face our fears like Elara did in the story? What do you think the Wraith's character represents in the narrative, and how does his transformation impact the story's message? How does the setting of Eldergrove contrast with the realm of the Forgotten, and what does this signify about the two worlds? What role does friendship play in Elara's journey, and how can it influence our own paths? How can we apply the lessons learned from Elara's experience to our daily challenges? What do you think the future holds for Elara as a guardian of both realms? How can we encourage others to embrace their own adventures and face their fears?